Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? So as Eddie Hearn and Devin Haney, they desperately try to secure this fight for Undisputed against George Kambosos, George continues to put up meaningless posts on the internet that has nothing to do with the progression of this fight being made. In the last video, I reported the exchange that Team Haney and Kambosos had. Bill Haney did an interview and he said, why can't we have conversations of the fight happening outside of Australia as well? He was saying that there's more money to be made outside of Australia. George Kambosos' natural response to what Bill Haney said was, and I quote, "But the boy said he'll go to Jupiter." So after George Kambosos said this, Eddie Hearn, he responded to him and he reaffirmed. Matter of fact, that was the word he used. He said, I am reaffirming that Devin Haney is willing to go to Australia. Let's go ahead and make this fight. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and play the clip.
George Kambosos has had a really big win. He feels that he's got financial expectations of a certain level, and Devin's ready to go to Australia. We did some media last week and just wanted to make it clear that everybody knew that Devin ain't pricing himself out. Devin is understanding of the opportunity that's in front of himself. Yeah, but Devin's ready for that fight. He wants to become undisputed. And George should want to become undisputed. George Kambosos has no fear of anyone. He boxed Teofimo Lopez, he won that fight. That's the fight to make, and hopefully we can get it done.
Guys, at the end of the day, George Kambosos, he's going to get every single thing that he wants in this fight. He has absolutely no reason to turn the fight down. If he was really a warrior and he really believed in himself, the only thing he would be focused on is becoming undisputed. After all, he put that he was undisputed in his bio on, I think, his Instagram or one of his social media accounts. He calls himself undisputed when reporters are not talking to him, but when the reporters drill him, about undisputed, that's when he says, oh, I don't care. I don't care about undisputed. I just want to fight the best. Speaking of being drilled by the reporters, something you will also notice is everyone that Devin Haney is pursuing, everyone that he's chasing, if you will. You'll notice when they meet him in person, they always have a much different type of energy, an energy of respect, as opposed to when they go on the internet and they start talking bad about Devin Haney. We've seen this with Teofimo when he faced off with Devin Haney. We've seen this with George Kambosos. We even seen this or heard this when Jojo Diaz was talking to Devin Haney's father in an interview on a live show. He was talking with nothing but respect, but right after that, he went right back to Twitter and started trashing Devin Haney. And this is exactly what George Kambosos is doing right now. Man, when he was talking to Devin Haney in person, you would have thought that Kambosos felt Devin Haney was pound for pound the best fighter in the world today, when you just looked at the level of respect that Kambosos was giving to Devin Haney. That's in this video you guys are looking at right here. This is when Kambosos, he came and he attended, which fight was it? I believe it was the Gervonta Tank Davis fight against Isaac Cruz. Oh no, actually, this was Devin Haney's fight. This was the week of Devin Haney's fight. So something else you notice with Devin Haney is Devin is never calling Kambosos out of his name. He's never dissing him the way Kambosos is doing it in return. The only thing we hear from Devin Haney is, I want to make this fight. I'm willing to do whatever it takes. I accept all of his terms, which is something that Devin just recently said. He said, we've already accepted all of Kambosos' terms. Speaking of terms and offers, this is how crazy the negotiations are going right now. Now, Bill Haney, he talks on the phone, or he was talking on the phone with Kambosos' manager for the last 2 weeks, because the Haneys, they're pushing hard to make this fight. I want to make it very clear. It wasn't the other way around where Kambosos' team was calling Haney. It was Haney's team calling them. He calls this manager all the time. He asked this man, and this is a fact. This is not hearsay, and this is not a rumor. What I'm about to say, even Kambosos' manager will confirm and corroborate. Bill Haney has been talking to Kambosos' manager, calling him up for weeks. Bill asked the manager, how much money do you want? Just tell me how much money you guys want, because we could probably make it happen. And do you know what Kambosos' manager said? Oh, we can't tell you. We can't give you the number that we want. You have to figure it out. This is what he said. And Bill was like, just give me a number. Then eventually Kambosos' manager, he said, okay, we'll give you a number next Tuesday, right? And then next Tuesday came and he still didn't give him a number. Then after that, Bill Haney, he kept calling this manager, and now the manager is no longer even answering the phone. This is what we're dealing with when it comes to trying to make this fight. How do you tell someone to send you an offer, but then say, but no, I don't want to tell you how much we want? At the end of the day, Kambosos, he knows how much he got paid in this last fight against Teofimo Lopez, so it should be easy for him to at least come up with a number so they can actually negotiate that number. Kambosos knows how bad Devin Haney wants this fight, how bad Devin Haney wants to prove he's the best and become undisputed. So Kambosos is trying to take advantage of that situation when it comes to negotiations. What this is really going to come down to ultimately is, does George Kambosos want this fight? Does he want to put everything on the line and fight Devin Haney for undisputed? Hopefully we'll find out soon. That's all I got for now, guys. I'm on to the next.
If Devin agrees to fight you in Australia, is there any chance you'll turn it down at all?
If he agrees to fight in Australia,
yeah.
Like I said, as long as it makes sense with everything else, 110%.
I want Jupiter, but it all starts with December 4th. We're going to get past December 4th.
Yes.
We're going to make it happen.
Focus.
George, how you feel about fighting?
Hey, we don't want to pull that TO card.
All right, now check this out, guys. If you're looking to repair eczema scars, burns and bruises, dark spots and blemishes, then this right here is the perfect product for you guys. It's called Elo Deki Face and Body Oil. Athletes and top-ranking boxers, they're also using it after training to reduce swelling, inflammation, and to ease the pain. So get yours today. Go to elodeki.com, like them on Facebook, and follow them on Instagram.